Mine. Oh man. Welcome back to the Dutch Denver podcast. I am Dutch. I am in and around Denver. It's podcast time, baby. Um, I don't know if we have a lot to talk about this week. Last week was pretty short. I didn't put it up on the other things other than YouTube. I'll pop this one up though for sure. And the other one. We'll talk about sports. We'll talk about how the old dating apps are going because that is going to change how we're approaching this, and we're going to use it more for entertainment than anything else. And I understand that some people are like, "Why would you do that?" Well, I'll explain why. Um, what should we talk about first? Let's just get college football out of the way. Ohio State beat Texas because Texas can't run the ball. Quinn Ewers is shitty. And then Notre Dame beat Penn. Um, you know, so now we have to watch that horrible fucking game. And I don't think anyone's excited about that except Notre Dame and Ohio State fans. I don't know if we talked about that. We might have. Because the last pod was only like 5 days ago. Yeah, I think Ohio State will probably win. I think that the refs will help them like they always do. Let's see. Do we have lines? Did we talk about lines? Load up the old Apparoo. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. NCAA, basketball, golf, the open, football. 8.5. Ohio State's 8.5 point favorite. Fuck me. All right, yeah, they're gonna win. I think the line's moving up too, like more in favor of them. Whatever. I guess it'll be something to watch for a little bit until. I mean, no one wanted this except the fucking people who picked the teams and how they picked them. Okay, nobody wants Ohio State Notre Dame. The only people that like Ohio State Notre Dame are Ohio State and Notre Dame fans. Well, the other people, we would have watched Texas because some of us want to see uh Arch. Oregon won a bad story. People like watching Georgia's defense. Whatever, doesn't matter. Who cares? All right, man. NFL. The Chiefs game was earlier today, and I mean, everybody on the Twitter is like bitching about the bad calls, and I'm just wondering, like, how are you shocked by this? Like, this has been going on for fucking ever. Okay, that's the Chiefs' MO. Is the refs have bailed them out for the last 6 years. So how are you shocked by this? I'm shocked that you're shocked by this. This is exactly how the Chiefs run. I mean, the refs help them in every aspect of the world. And if you didn't think that they were going to go to the Super Bowl and probably win again, you're a fucking moron. Like, think about it, man. You got Travis Kelce, who only Taylor Swift and Chiefs fans like. Even the brother is a retard. And then Patrick Mahomes, which everybody fucking hates. But the NFL is like, all right, man, we got a bunch of Swifties that don't know their head from their ass who watch this shit. They're buying Kelsey, they're buying Chiefs shit, they're buying Taylor Swift crap. This is it, man. What's more perfect than Mahomes, Kelsey, Tay Tay, all the Swifties, a three-peat? We got to make this happen. And they're doing it. What I don't understand, and I've talked about this before, is like how other owners of teams aren't going to Roger Goodell and being like, dude, the fuck? Like, this is clearly not fair. Okay? I mean, these are clearly penalties against Chief. That one tackle or whatever, I think he's on the left side. I guess it depends on how you're looking at it, but he jumps off sides every single play. He leans back before the ball snapped, and they just let it happen. There was a drop tackle they missed, and then if you get anywhere near Mahomo, you're getting a fucking roughing the passer call. That's just the way that it works. And for the longest time, I thought it was like nobody really cared because nobody really has to play the Chiefs except like once. And during the season, if you lose one game, you're probably okay. I mean, look at all the teams that have lost 1 or 2 games. They're still in the playoffs. They're still rolling. So most teams just like let it go. And then, like the Broncos, the Chargers, the Raiders, who have to play the Chiefs twice in a year. I mean, the NFL really doesn't give a shit about their opinions. I mean, if the Raiders came to you and was like, hey, man, we don't like, you'd be like, yeah, fuck off. You're the Raiders. Same with the Chargers. And then, I mean, the Broncos, So that's what I thought. But then, I mean, you're the Texans and you went in there and you just got hosed. Like, you should have won that game. How does the owner of the Texans not be in Roger Goodell's face right now? Like, dude, what the fuck? We've got to do something about these refs just blatantly, utterly. I mean, everybody sees it except Chiefs fans because, I mean, admittedly, same with the Patriots, If my team's got all the calls and won all the championships and shit, I probably wouldn't bitch that much. But somebody else has to. Like, this is worse than Tom Brady. This is literally just, you can't get near Mahomo. I still don't understand how people don't game plan for Travis Kelce, but that's whatever. And then, I mean, just blatant calls you miss. Every single play that tackle jumps off sides, every single one of them. He might even be a legal formation. So at this point, I don't understand why other owners aren't, going to the NFL and be like, dude, the fuck, you got to change this. But then the other part of me is some of them might. And Roger Goodell was like, well, we made $10 trillion last year. So here's your cut of the pie. And they're like, oh, okay. Have a good day. But it's just, I mean, it's never bet against the Chiefs unless it's for them to cover because they haven't covered a game all season, I'm pretty sure. And like tonight, I mean, something super fishy, man. Fucking up by 11 and then you intentionally take a safety. And if you say they didn't do that intentionally, you're a fucking moron. So, I mean, I don't know. It sucks, but it is what it is. What are you going to do? You're going to do nothing because you're a little bitch. And I mean this in this most sincere way. You are a little bitch. And no matter what the NFL does, you'll still watch it. But if you guys recall, and I think we did podcasts back then, when the NFL was doing their like "We Hate America" shit, I didn't watch it, and I didn't watch the Chefs game today, except in between. Ooh, excuse me, in between periods of the Avs game. I'm not gonna, give my viewership that bullshit. I just love football. Well, this isn't football, so this is a fixed cheating organization. But, the majority of you can play. You're still going to watch football. Because you're a little bitch and you have no spine. The NFL could literally admit they cheat and you'd be like, fuck them. I'm still going to watch every week. Well, Dutch, so many people, Dutch is my job. I'm a sports reporter, all that. Yeah, I get that. Oh, also, dude, hey, side note. What the fuck happened at ESPN? So I haven't watched SportsCenter in a long, long time. But the other day I'm in the barbershop and I didn't get my hair cut there. I had to go somewhere else. Long story. Um, well, no, actually, we won't make it long. So the place I always go is, and all right, let's do Sports Center, and then we'll go to the barbershop. I mean, so I'm in the barbershop sitting there waiting for then the problem. And after Pat McAfee, which I love his show and shit like that, and I get, ESPN puts him on there because a lot of people watch it and stuff. But after Pat McAfee at noon, I guess Sports Center comes on. It is now a bunch of, how do I say this? Not sound like a dickhead. Actually, no, I don't fucking care. It's a bunch of black chicks yelling about you, and not even nice looking ones. Like the main one is like an Amazon who's fucking shaved head and bald and dressed like a fucking clown. Is the main anchor next to some idiot. And then they're like zooming in with NBA analyst girls who are again look like morons, like your green rimmed glasses so fucking thick nobody could see your face. You look like an idiot. It's literally a DEI on fucking steroids. It's not Sports Center anymore. It is absolute garbage. They had the Ravens guy in there who like beat a bunch of people and is a real piece of shit, and it's gone so down the toilet. Which, I mean, that's probably the reason I quit watching it in the first place, but it's apparently gotten worse. I don't know how it could, but yeah, it's gotten really fucking bad. Okay, so the barbershop thing, man. I go to a barbershop locally because they're good guys. It's pretty cheap. It used to be $19 for a haircut, and then went up to 20, and now it's 23, which. But I'm in there the other day, and what you do is you walk in and you write your name on a whiteboard, and they get to you in order. Like there's no receptionist. Okay, I mean it's a barbershop, but the problem is that I don't know if it's a problem as much. It's my problem, really. Is that like the other day when I was in there, there's one guy working the owner. I'm not gonna say her name because I don't know if I mean nobody listens, so it doesn't really matter. But it's just the owner working that day, and there's like 12 people ahead of me. I mean, it's a barbershop. They take their time, they talk. If there's 12 people ahead of you, you're going to be waiting for 2 or 3 hours, probably 2 hours. I don't really want to do that. And a lot of people like write their name down and then go count and be like, all right, I'm 10 in line, so I got an hour to go fuck around. But I didn't have anything to do. I guess could have gone home, but no. I sat there for a while and then I got a call and had to go do something and ended up leaving. But, it's like, sit there 45 minutes, like, fuck, you got these people. I'm 12 on the list. I can't do this. So I ended up going to mm, Floyd's, um, which admittedly was a mistake, but I was down near it. I had some other errands to run, and it's like I'll just dip in. I'll get a quick haircut. It was not a quick haircut. It was like constant chatter, and I don't mind that, but you don't have to stop every time you're cutting. Like every time you talk, you don't have to stop. But the point is that it was like 50. It was north of $50 with tip and all that for a haircut, which is ridiculous. And this is even a great one. Like it's shorter in the back. Look at this. Nothing. This is the back. There's nothing. In the front, I don't want that, man. The same fucking thing. I'm not the little foo-foo in the front. I pour it to one side, call it a day. And the place I go to didn't take 2 hours. They do a much better job for half the fucking price. I don't know. It's fucked up. But I went and had a bunch of tequila shots with some of the girls, so I guess it wasn't all a huge fucking loss. When we'll talk about the tequila shots later, but Let's just get all sports. The Avalanche, dude. I don't know what the fuck their problem is, but they are not playing good right now. Well, Dutch they won 6-3 today. Yeah, they should have won 6-0, 10-0. I still know we have guys that are hurt, but that also irritates me about hockey. Is Nichushkin was day to day 2 months ago, and he's still not back. So I don't fucking know. I don't understand the revolving carousel of goalies. Like if we have a starting goalie, just play him, for like 3 weeks at a time, and then give him a night off. Not this every third game the backup starts. And the only reason that didn't happen is because the backup was hurt. What the fuck? Eat a dick, YouTube. I don't. So I mean, I don't know. They're just not playing up their potential. It's frustrating. Um, I don't know what Jerry Bednar is doing. We blew a 3-0 lead the other night. It's just I'm at a fucking loss. Then we have a game like tonight where we win 6-3, but it was two backup goalies, which I guess isn't terrible because our backup was better than theirs. We played the Stars. But Kale McCarr takes a puck to the leg and has to like crawl off the ice. But then he comes back for the third, and I'm not entirely sure that he'll play next game. He'll probably miss 2 months. They're just, to me right now, they're not a playoff team, and I don't like. We have all the talent in the world, unbelievable goalie play, unbelievable players, but the players are not doing what they're supposed to be doing right now. It's infuriating. We're like 0 for 100 on the power play. And I mean, I'm starting to question Bednar. I mean, I've questioned him for a while now, but I don't know, man. But yeah, I guess good win today. All right, now we can start getting into politics, and then we'll finish up with the debacle that is fucking dating world. Unbelievable. Okay, man. So we're not going to talk about the California fires at all, just because we're not there yet. Just not there yet. Except I do need to say one thing. Bill Burr went on, I don't know, some stupid late night show and said everybody did a great job. Okay. While bashing all the internet experts. Okay. Which part of me gets, part of me doesn't. So let's be clear. I love Bill Burr. I think his stand up is great for the most part. I think him getting on whatever and saying everybody did a great job is absurdly wrong. They did a terrible job. And if you're wondering like how I know that, look around you. I mean, everything's burned to the ground. Now, I mean, do we want to sit around and say, hey, look, man, this is an act of God, and there was no amount of preparation that could have prepared for this? And no matter what we had done, it would have been the same outcome. And when I say let's talk about California government, okay? Or national government. So no matter what preparations were made or anything, it would have been the same outcome. All right, if we accept that, then yeah, sure, everybody did a great job. But I mean, we can't accept that because we've seen that, like, fire hydrants didn't have actual fucking water in them. This mismanagement of the fire department, all these DEI hires, the list goes on and on. So to sit there and say that everybody did a great job is, I mean, if you're talking just directly to the firefighters, yeah, they did a fine job with what they were given. But no, not everyone did a great job. And for you to say that makes you an asshole. And that also is further to the point that, you're a comic, you're an actor, you're something. Your opinion means nothing. You have no sense of reality. You're a fucking idiot when it comes to anything other than being a comic. And he was saying, oh, yeah, all the people on the internet, they're like, wow, wow. Yeah, you're right a little bit. I mean, some people on the internet probably are not the most experts on it. But also, if you got enough evidence, like fire hydrants don't have water in it, people on the internet saying fire hydrants should have water on it should not be dismissed. That's like a fact. Okay. That's, and did the government of the state of California let them, all those people down to an extent? Absolutely. So yeah, maybe some people on the internet do know what they're talking about. Now, he made an example of somebody who wanted them to fly a helicopter into the ocean with 100-mile-an-hour winds, and okay, yeah, obviously that person's a fucking retard. But you found the one idiot, but you're also the other idiot on the other spectrum. You got the one idiot who's like, oh, just fly the helicopter into the ocean and get seawater and 100-mile-an-hour winds. Okay, well, that's not feasible. But to say that everybody did good is equally stupid. It's just on a different end of the spectrum. So you're both morons. Just so happens you're more famous than I am. So people, are on your team. I don't know, man. It's fucking ridiculous. Okay, we're gonna jump back and forth between two things because again, I don't really know what the fuck's going on, but I have a theory. So last podcast we talked about how we've re-entered the dating world on the old dating sites. And it wasn't going well. And I'm pleased to report that it is still not going well. Like it's getting worse, if anything. And I think what I'm going to do is continue on this, but use it more for, man, I feel like I got to sneeze. Uh-oh, here it comes, baby. Sorry. Didn't have the mute button, whatever. Okay. So I think I'm going to use this more for entertainment purposes and podcast shit than actual dating because it's been 2 weeks, maybe? No, maybe just a week. But it is so, oh, excuse me, so desolate and like just, I guess I don't know what I'm doing. And if anybody has any options or advice, let me know. But like, for instance, I'm on two, and I can say I don't give a shit really. Bumble and Hinge. On Bumble, I have filled out the profile to, I mean, pretty good, I think. Not great, but pretty good. Because I know most people don't fucking read. And I didn't pay the extra for I don't know what. Honestly, I don't know what I'm paying for there. So that's where we're at. And with a week or more of Bumble, I have gotten, I don't know if you know how Bumble works, and maybe I don't know how it works, but you fill out your profile, you put like 6 pictures in there. I guess well, here, I don't know how to get my profile up on the screen, but I will share with you the most of it, or if not all of it. Okay, so I got 6 pictures on there. 2 of them are me fishing. One's a cool black and white. One's in color. And then 2 are stills from the Dutch cooks. I don't know. Those are the only selfies I had or pictures I had. Not the only, but the only recent. Because again, I'm a guy. I don't have a lot of pictures of myself on my phone. I have pictures of my dog and outside. Nobody wants to see that. Okay. Then I verified my profile. And then my interests, I've got fishing, country, dogs, and football. I mean, that's what I like. Causing communities, I left blank because all their causing communities are like liberal trash. Qualities I value, I put those in there. And then it gives you 3 prompts. And my prompts were when my phone dies, I answered, thank the Lord. I fucking hate my phone. I love when it's dead. If I cooked you dinner, it would be pasta, handmade. Come to Jesus moment. I make pretty good handmade pasta. Instead of drinks, let's go fishing. Hopefully you have waiters. What I enjoy. I could probably change some of this stuff. And then you have 3 opening moves, apparently, which are add 3 first messages. And mine are like date night in or out, obviously out, because first date, always go someplace you can leave. What's your go-to karaoke song? And what's the best piece of advice you've ever received? Okay. And then, my bio is, it's like, hey, I tell them what I like to do. And I know everybody likes to do that, but I'm better at it. We'll be fine. Yeah, great. I got work, education, blah, 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 height, weight, shit. I drink, I don't smoke, all that shit. Okay. So that's your profile. And then apparently they have the For You tab, which I guess is like great people recommended for you every day. No, not a single one in 8 days. I've been like, yeah, maybe even a chance. And then you have like a people, and that's the swipe left or right. And I've slept left and right on bunches of people. And then you have liked you, which apparently is what the people that have liked you, either without you liking them or you liked you back or whatever. And then you can start a conversation with. And Bumble, the women go first. Okay. But I have had, and I said 0, but let me correct, 1 in AD, 1 like, and I'm not even talking like, sometimes apparently, like if some hose beast is in there and it's like, yeah, I like you. It's like, okay, well, you clearly have no shot because you're terrifying and, whatever. Like nothing. No, just 1. And that was on the first day. That was 7 days ago. Just 1. And I even think, I don't know if I messaged or something, I might have, but got absolutely no response. And since then, dead. No likes, no nothing. Absolutely nothing. Completely fucking dead. Except advertisements like, hey, pay us more money. So I have all but abandoned that. The second one is the Hinge. And if you guys know about this, fucking hang out. Now, Hinge, I know even less about. Because as far as I can tell, Hinge is a bunch of pictures of you with like some simple shit and basic stats. Okay. Which also fine with, because Ever and Dreyer, like that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to like initiate a conversation. Okay. People like, oh, that picture's interesting. Let's talk more about it. Perfect. Get it. Great. Initiate conversation. So I have Hinge also gives you like people, but you don't swipe left or right on. You either say no or you have to, and I could be wrong, but you have to like one of their pictures or their little blurbs or something like that. They also have people they think are best for you, standouts apparently. Outstanding content from people most your type. Refreshes daily. And you send those people roses apparently, and the only way to do that is buy more. It seems like it's all about money. And I will admit on Hinge I spent way more money. It's like $100 a month. But I was serious about it. So I thought it would, there'd be some fruitful shit. There is not, dude. This is a unbelievable hellhole of people who can't hold a conversation, can't even have a conversation, or just flat out ignore. Okay, so you, like I said, you got your standouts, and the standouts are just like Bumbles, whatever, that are like no fucking way, like not even goddamn close. So I don't know apparently I don't know my own type then. And then people who like you, which is like nothing. And then messages. Okay. So I've had 5 or 6 messages, and I'm not even sure I would call them messages. It has literally been like, I don't even know how to describe it. So like one of them, let me see. Okay, the of me doing the eggs, it's a picture from the Dutch cooks the eggs. And this person was like, "Hi." That was their comment on that picture. I said, "Hey, how are you? Um assuming dining eggs is a strong focus at CIA." They apparently went to the Culinary Institute of America. And their response was, "But it's a good picture." So right there, I should have been my tip off. Like, you should say, haha, haha, no, it's not a main focus, but it's a good picture. So then me, like a jackass, was still like, yeah, thanks. It was a still from Phil Webster's, blah, blah, blah. Well, it looks fun. Again, just a bland response. I'm not entirely sure this person isn't fucking AI. And I was like, yeah, it's a good time while it lasted. And then their profile said they're into outdoor activities. And I said, so what kind of outdoor activities do you enjoy doing? I love the outdoors, so almost anything. Like, okay. And if you notice, I'm asking all the questions. They're asking zero fucking questions at all. And then finally, because I honestly don't know what I'm doing. Like, again, if you guys have any advice, I'd really appreciate it. But I don't know when to be like, hey, do you want to go out? Do you want to exchange numbers, whatever? So I just, shot my shot. I was like, hey, I don't really know what I'm doing here, but here's my number if you want to text or something like that. I can't. And they immediately sent me their number. So then I messaged them, and it is literally the exact same shit. Um, how are you? I'm laying in bed, about ready to go to bed. Early work day or just naturally an early riser? That's me. I've been getting up really early. Okay, that's fucking great. Um, Speaking my language, I'm an early riser as well. Well, that's great. So, never been ice fishing funds. Like, yeah, it depends, blah, blah. And then, it's like, so where you from? I'm from Texas. What part? San Antonio. You, no questions about me. Just answering my questions. And then I have to continue the conversation. Absolutely insane. Can't fucking deal with it. Just stopped talking. I couldn't do it. The other ones are incredibly similar or like one message every 2 days. And I get that maybe you're not like on that all the time, but one message every other day. I mean, we're not gonna get anywhere. And again, it's like one message that is just an answer to my question with no other. And then part of me was like, hey man, are we just like saving all the questions for the first date? So then it's like, all right, well, and to be clear, all these conversations are people that have liked or initiated with me. Everything I've initiated has gone unresponded to. I've I've responded to like, the pictures or your quotes and things like that and been like, oh yeah, blah blah. It's a hellhole. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this as fun time. Because I mean it's gonna be impossible. I don't know how anyone finds anybody on this shit unless you're in here for like 6 months and just fucking hate yourself afterwards. It's not happening. So we're gonna use it to make yeah, we're probably gonna make fun of some people. It may not be nice, but we're going to. Because this is not how human beings act. And I mean, if you're literally here just for me to go see your Instagram, I'm not going to do that. I don't have an Instagram. And it baffles me the amount of people that cannot hold a conversation or even have one. Conversation is 2 ways. Like, how are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. How about you? I'm doing all right. I see you like to go fishing. When's the last time you went fishing? I went fishing last Tuesday. I didn't catch much, but see you like fishing too. That's awesome. Would you like to go out sometime? Yeah. All right. You know, holy shit. Instead of like, hey, how you doing? Good. Okay. And into that conversation. And then there's another one. So it's funny that I said I had one match on Bumble. Well, the one match I had on Bumble also matched with me on Hinge. Ignored me on Bumble. And then matched with me on Hinge. And I said, hey, I mean, I think I made a comment about something on Hinge. And then they responded. Well, they didn't. They just matched with me. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I mean, don't I know you from somewhere? Uh, I think we matched on Bumble too. And she's like, yeah, we might have. It's like, okay, well, you clearly are not paying attention. And I was like, that's never happened to me before. Two for two, it's a good sign. She's like, it happens to me all the time. It's like, okay, so clearly, again, you're not fucking paying attention. And that was it. It just, it, it is, it's insane, man. So that brings us to the more better part. Going on and having tequila shots at noon and with the hairdressers and just getting weird. I mean, I think that's the best option, you know? So just it's so bad. So like I said, we're probably gonna use this for entertainment purposes because I mean, at this point, I mean, either I'm dreadfully ugly and unappealing to literally every woman on the planet, or this crap is a scam and they just want money out of you and there's no hope for any of us. So we'll see how that works out. Yeah, it's just I'm fucking absolute mess. But yeah, and it's just I don't know, man. I just like I said, I'm so baffled at the amount of people that cannot keep a conversation or even have one for that point. And so what baffles me, and I guess maybe I'm wrong or whatever, I don't know, is if you initiate, like if you like the photo, you match stuff like that, and then that person responds, you showed an interest, right? So what's with the just going away? I know they're busy and they probably don't check the app every day, but every couple days, I mean, I know you get the notifications. I get them. I miss them and ignore them, but I see them. And then when I, get around to it, I respond. I don't know, man. It's just weird. I mean, it's gonna be funny. I think I just might try some things, like some weird shit, and see if that draws any attention. Because at this point, like I said, I mean, it appears to be fucking hopeless. You would think within a week you would find at least one person on the Bumble who's interested in you, and I have not even one. And then on the Hinge, you would think that you would find in a week like at least one person that the conversation has gone more than you ask 10 questions, they provide 10 fucking answers, and it just dies. And you're like, this is absolutely retarded. But maybe I'm being shadow banned because I'm too awesome and I'm a Trump supporter. Maybe I am just horrifyingly ugly and no one wants me, which that's okay too. I'll just have to, buy and build an AI girlfriend or something like that. Or maybe this is all just a scam full of ridiculous people that just want you to go to their Instagram account. I haven't decided yet. It's probably not because I'm horribly ugly. I've gotten a little fatter, but I'm still handsome, and women in the real world love me. I've had pretty girlfriends in the past, and I haven't gotten, like I said, terribly ugly. So we'll see how. But right now, I'm at an absolute loss. And to be honest, I've never been here before. Like maybe it's because I'm old, or pushing 40. But you would think that like that would be kind of a selling point. That's like stability, shit like that. Apparently it's not. Kyle says I gotta pick what what was his exact words? We're gonna coin flip for move to the Midwest and find a nice Midwestern girl, and then Asians. We were gonna coin flip, and I think it landed on Midwest. I can't remember, but whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, cool beans. Trump gets inaugurated on Monday. Can't wait. People are talking about it's been moved inside because he's scared. I think it's because it's fucking gonna be cold. Like it's cold here. I think right now it's like -6 or -8 here. But yeah. So looking forward to the future of that. Maybe Trump will take over the dating apps while he's taking over TikTok and all that shit. I don't know, man. All right, well, this one's kind of short, but we'll get this one loaded. We'll get the last one loaded, and we'll go from there. I'm going on a trip, so probably won't be here for a while. But maybe because other things. Who knows, man? Maybe we'll just get some audio ones for a while. That maybe won't be live, but they'll just still get loaded up on our travels. Because without giving too much away, we got a banger one coming up. It should be super duper fun. I know I've promised that in the past, and it's fell through because Higgins and I got hammered or whatever. This one, I mean, we probably will get hammered and it won't happen, but we'll plan on maybe it will. So we'll go from there, and then I'll keep updating you on the debacle that is the dating scene on the apps. I think the real life stuff, because I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna meet people the old fashioned way. The dating apps are fucking insane. Like that's for crazy people, and I don't know how that works and how anybody gets anything fucking done. But I'll keep you updated on all those fronts, and we'll have a good laugh about all of it. So hey, until next time, I appreciate you guys watching. Tell your friends, family, like, subscribe, do all that cool shit. And until next time, bye.